Hi, this is Mr. Steven again, and I have another lesson for you, this time about the distributive property. Alright, so what is the distributive property? Well, the distributive property is used when you have a number outside of parentheses. And what you do is you multiply that number to every term inside the parentheses. A couple main things to remember is that you need to keep the sign of every term, including the outside. So let's take a look at this example. Negative 3 times the quantity x plus 2y. Well, when using the distributive property, first thing you do is you just bring everything straight down that was inside the parentheses as it's written in your original question. After that, you distribute your number on the outside to everything on the inside of the parentheses. So here I'm distributing the negative 3 to the x and to the 2y. Since it's outside the parentheses, I'm multiplying. So now I have a negative 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and since they're opposite signs, my answer will be negative. So now I have negative 3x plus a negative 6y. Let's take a look at another example. Let's say I had 2/3 times the quantity 6a minus 3b. Well, again, I'm just going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to take everything that's inside the parentheses and just move it down as it's written inside the parentheses. Next, I need to multiply that 2/3 to both the 6 and the 3. So I have 2/3 times 6 and 2/3 times 3. Since I'm multiplying fractions, I need to change the 6 into a fraction, which would be 6 over 1, and the 3 into a fraction, which would be 3 over 1. Now I just go through the process of multiplying fractions. 2/3 times 6 over 1. So I take a look at my numerators. I have a 2 and a 6, and my denominators a 3 and a 1. I can see my only common factor is a 3, so I take 6, divide by 3, which leaves me 2, and I take 3, divide by 3, and that leaves me 1. I do the same thing with 2/3 times 3 over 1. Again, the only common factor is a 3, so I take 3, and I divide that by 3, which gives me 1. And then I take the other 3, divide that by 3, which again leaves me 1. So now I just multiply my numerators. 2 times 2 gives me 4, and since it's over 1, that's just 4. So I have 4a minus, then I have 2 times 1, which is 2, and again it's over 1, so I just leave it as 2. So I have 4a minus a 2b. So now you guys know how to use the distributive property.